Alright, so everyone knows the famous 1943 copper penny. Now, I've shown this coin in a previous video, but we have to revisit this one. This is the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent that is supposed to be steel. In 1943, they only made steel pennies. They did not make copper pennies. And that was because of the war. They needed copper for the war, so they spent that 1 year in 1943 and made those pennies, or those Lincoln wheat cents, out of steel. Now, that is the only year that they're supposed to be steel, 1943. So this coin is not supposed to be copper, and it is. Obviously, accidentally struck onto a copper planchet. So these are one of the most famous pennies in existence, and there are quite a few different examples that we are going to look at. Now, this is the 1943 no mint mark, and keep in mind there are a lot of fakes of these 1943 copper pennies. Some are just made as novelty coins. Some are made for the wrong reasons, to try to fake and sell to someone. So make sure you have a coin authenticated like this if you do purchase one, because these are super rare pennies. Now, this coin sold for $88,000 at auction at the time in which it sold. Even in this condition, you see that large nick in the coin there going through Lincoln's head. I mean, this coin was circulated for some time before someone found it, and it still sold in this condition for $88,000. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. Graded as a genuine copper coin by PCGS. Now, I actually held one of these coins. I went to a coin show in Florida recently. The guy from Great Collections, I believe it was, their auction website was selling one of the 1943 copper pennies, bronze penny here, graded by PCGS at an AU53. This is from my Instagram, so feel free to follow me on there, couchcollectibles.com. When I was holding this penny, it currently had an auction bid of $190,000. I was basically holding $200,000 in my hands, and I couldn't believe that he actually let me hold it. I'm like, does this guy really know what this coin is? So I'm glad I got a picture of that. That was a pretty cool experience there. So back to the 1943 copper pennies. That one sold for $88,000. This next one here is also the no mint mark. PCGS graded this at an AU58. This is from the Simpson famous collection here, the bronze penny. This penny sold for $305,000 at auction. $305,000. Unbelievable. Again, this is supposed to be a steel cent. 1943, supposed to be a steel cent. Now here's another bronze penny from 1943. This is from a famous collection as well. Graded by PCGS at a mint state 62 brown. I mean, the guys that have these are obviously the top collectors in the game. This coin sold for $348,000. 1943 bronze there. Whew, unbelievable. So the last coin at an AU58, $305,000. This one at a mint state 62 brown, $348,000. So you'll see how the values continue to rise there based on the grades of the coin. And that is the case with this coin. Super rare coin out of the Simpson collection. Graded at a mint state 64 brown by PCGS. Now this is also the D mint mark. So the other 1943s were the no mint mark. So in this case, this coin is the D mint mark. And this coin sold, hold your breath, for $840,000 at auction. $840,000. Unbelievable. Let me know what you guys would do with $840,000 in the comments below. Now that's not it. Here's the 1943 S mint mark that is also bronze and out of the Simpson collection. This guy just had it all. $504,000 is what this coin sold for at auction. Unbelievable for these copper pennies, man. $500,000 for 1 cent. Unbelievable. Now, here is where things get a little interesting. Now, for the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent, in 1944, they went back to producing these wheat cents in copper. So this coin is actually supposed to be copper in 1944. However, it was struck onto a steel planchet that they used in 1943 for the 1943 steel pennies. Now this coin is out of the Simpson collection as well, graded by PCGS at a mint state 66. You'll see that estimate mark there underneath the date. This coin sold for $408,000 at auction. I mean, to have this coin in general is super, super rare. And to have it in this condition at a mint state 66, man, someone really, really held on to this one and kept it in phenomenal condition. So glad that it got encapsulated by PCGS in this condition. $408,000. Now, here is another steel cent. This is the 1944 no mint mark. Now again, in 1944, these coins are supposed to be copper. They went back to producing in copper. This is not supposed to be steel. However, it was struck on that steel planchet, again from 1943. Now this coin cannot be graded by PCGS. It's only graded as a genuine, authentic 1944 steel cent because someone cleaned the coin. So do not clean your coins because that will take away from the value tremendously. So this coin would have sold for a lot more money had the coin not been cleaned. However, because of this coin is so rare to even have, it's still sold for over $16,000 at auction. So 16 grand, you can't beat that for a cleaned coin, that's for sure. Now this is what a lot of our steel cents look like from 1943, right? They rust up, you know, they get in bad condition over time. But this is not the 1943. This is, again, the 1944. So this is not supposed to be steel at all. So this is, of course, a low grade example of the coin. You can't even give the coin a grade because of its environmental damage. But PCGS has authenticated it as a genuine 1944 steel cent. Steel penny, steel cent, however you prefer to say it. I know it's technically wheat cents, a 1 cent coin, but we use the word penny and pennies in our video for very specific reasons that I won't go into. But this coin ended up selling for over $13,000 at auction, even in this condition with all that environmental damage. Unbelievable. $13,000. Could you imagine finding that metal detecting and selling it for $13,000? That is just unreal. So this is probably not the most valuable penny of all time, but definitely one of the most valuable wheat pennies of all time. Always check your wheat cents. We are going to be searching a bag of wheat cents coming up here tomorrow, so definitely do not miss that video. We're going to be searching for errors. We're going to be searching for key dates, 1914 low mintage, 1909 S VDB. We're going to be looking for all kinds of different things on those wheat cents, so make sure you guys come tomorrow and check out that video here on the channel. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.